Welcome back. It is Monday, and with Monday comes new tax tips. Local CPA Robin LeBlanc joins us virtually today. Robin, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me back.
Of course, we love having you. We love learning all the knowledge that you're about to share. This is for local businesses. So what should people do if a business is closing?
Right. So if you're opened your business, you set up all your tax accounts, and it's just time to close, you're moving on to something new or retiring, you need to let the taxing authorities know that you're going out of business. So this means making sure you're filing final returns. You can't just stop. So if you're doing sales tax or payroll, there's check boxes on all these forms to mark the forms as final. You're also going to need to close your accounts with the IRS and the Secretary of State. Now, there may be times where you want to keep an LLC open and not immediately dissolve with the state if there are certain issues or outstanding liability that you think might come up. Now, when it comes to IRS, in order to file that final return, you actually need to have closed your accounts in your business and gotten rid of and dissolved all your assets. So you don't get the benefit of just throwing up your hands and saying, hey, I'm done. I'm not going to do this anymore. You really need to close your bank accounts, sell off all your assets, dispose of them, and track them. And if you're an S Corp or a partnership, your tax return is actually due 2.5 months after you close down the business. So if you decide to close down a business at the beginning of the year in January, let's say for 2022, that 2022 return is going to be due a couple of months later, not the following year. And if you have employees and you terminate a business mid-year, those W-2s are actually due at the same time as your final 941s. So if you, let's say right now we're in August, the end of the quarter is September. If I were to close the business today, I would actually have to give my employees W-2s by October 31st. So make sure you're tracking, or make sure you're aware of all these deadlines and these requirements, and that you're letting taxing agencies and government officials know that you're closing the business, or else they're going to still expect you to file and come after you with some notices.
Yeah, that was my next question. Like, what happens if they just didn't realize that they had to let the IRS know? I was going to ask if there were any penalties for those businesses that closed.
Well, not so much penalties, but for example, Louisiana, if you stop filing sales tax returns, they're just going to send you a bill for how much they think you made, then you're going to be required to pay those taxes.
Oh no, that's where it can get pretty sticky. Robin, thank you so much for joining us to share these tax tips with our viewers. How can people contact you?
Give us a call at 337-330-4000 or info@rtlgrp.com.
Robin, as always, thank you so much for joining us virtually today.